everyone, I'm the Peculiar Pisces and welcome to my channel. Today is Wednesday, June 10th, 2026, and this is Flosstube video number 89. I'm back with a weekly update. I did say last week that I was going to try really hard to film today, and here I am. I do have some things to show you, and I made it out to the thrift store and I got some thrift store hauls, so that'll be at the end. And I can't wait to show you some of the things that I got, but I'm really excited. So let me kick it off. I'm gonna go ahead and start with project number 1. Project 1 is the August Peridot Fairy. And I'm so sorry about the lighting in my basement. It is what it is. The kids are still sleeping right now, and I know that if I do this video, I will at least wake the younger one up. So in the basement, I am banished to the basement probably until the end of summer when school starts in August. So favorite designer, project number 1, is Mirabilia's August Peridot Fairy. And I believe last week I forgot to say, because I always forget to say, I am doing this is BestitchMe Wild Bouquet, and this is 28 count Opal Lugana. So here is my August Peridot Fairy. Like I said, I'm actually really close to the middle, which I think is right here. My dog just walked up to me, so if you can hear her breathing, that's what you're hearing. It's my dog. What? No! Stop it! Okay, go away. Nobody called for you. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Sorry about that. And her tail keeps hitting the computer and the stand. Stop it. Don't worry. If you've never seen my dog before, she's a big dog. Me pushing her with my foot is not even impacting her. But here is what I've been working on. I did a layer of, not a layer, a color. I think I started out with the cornflower blue, 340. And then there was a slightly darker color, and then a gray, and then into the black. So where I was, I'm starting at the color and I'm bringing it all the way down until it comes down. So I brought the blues down and the grays. So I am currently bringing the black down, and these parts over here are part of the butterfly wing, but it's also part of her dress that comes down. So I only did it a little bit so that I would know where to pick it up when I come over to those to work on them. But yeah, so here's my progress. And for this one, because now I am using the Tiny Decisions wheel, and I am spinning that in the morning, and then that is the one that I'm working on for the day, and I'm only averaging about 2 to 4 hours on each project when I get to work on it that way. So I got to work on this for the week of June 1st through June 7th. I did not spin this at all. So for this week, the week of June 8th through June 14th, I've spun it on Monday, June 8th. And I put in 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 7 seconds. And it has now brought my time to 79 hours, 33 minutes, and 24 seconds. I may spin this again this week. I don't know. But for sure, we are starting our road trip on Sunday, the 14th. And so I will be bringing this with me to work on when it's not my turn to drive. So yeah, I'll get into that much later, but this is what I'll be taking with me. I might take the Indian peacock with me because that's 14 count and that'll be easy to look at on the road as well. But for right now, so far, I'm just planning this one to come with me. All right, so that was project number 1. Project number 2 is either a Blackwork or a sampler piece. And for this month, it is a Blackwork piece. I've been working on the Orchid Blackwork pattern. This is by Loose Thread Stitchery. This is on 18 count Aida that I hand dyed myself in a Come Dye With Me video. So there will be a link to that in the description. So here is my progress. So I am holding it sideways. Sorry about that. So I was just like, I was over here the last time I filmed, and I finished out the little bit that was on this bottom page. And then I jumped up here and I started bringing the flower down, and I'm almost done with this flower, and then I will be finishing out this bottom flower. And then I only have over here where these twigs are to bring that down. So I'm really almost done with this. I expect to finish this month, even with me not working on it at all next week. So if I get the chance to work on it today, like it got spun yesterday and I didn't get to work on it at all yesterday. So I was going to work on it today, but today's my filming day and there's a lot of things that I have to do today. So I don't know if I'm actually going to get to it today. And if not, then I will get to it tomorrow. But this is the next project that I'm supposed to work on whenever I actually sit down and start working. And I don't know, just a couple more hours on this and I feel like it's going to be done. I feel like before too long, I'm going to be picking another Blackwork to hopefully start like not next month, but the following month. So we'll see. I hope I get this done this month. Oh, I didn't even tell you my times. So here we go. So I spun this on June 4th. So for the week of 6/1 through 6/7, I got to work on it one day and I worked on it June 4th. And I got to put in 4 hours, 8 minutes, and 3 seconds. And that has brought my total time for the project to 48 hours, 12 minutes, and 6 seconds. Okay, so that is project number 2. Yeah. When I look at this, this is how it's all laid out. I am finishing this page right here. So I only have like the rest of this flower here and that. So yeah, I really am so close to being done. Okay, and then project number 3 is the wish list project. And this is Nene Thomas's Waterfalls of Jade. And I am doing this on 22 count Hardinger that I hand dyed myself. And I believe I did a Come Dye With Me video for this one as well. So if I did, there's a link in the description for it. So here is where I am. This right here is the end of the page. So all of this is the first page. And so I will just keep working on this first page until this first page is complete. I don't know how far down it goes, probably about here, probably. So I will work on this first page, finish bringing it down, Then I'll move over to the second page and bring it down. And then I'll just keep doing it page by page. So the cherry blossoms and the rocks at this waterfall are filling in. So this one, I spun it once. For the week of 6/1 through 6/7, I spun it on June 5th, and I got to work on it 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 2 seconds. It brought my total time to 58 hours, 2 minutes, and 51 seconds. I put in 255 stitches when I got to work on it. So it brought my total stitch count to 7,346 out of 244,860, and I am at 3.00%. 3%. This one, definitely a labor of love. All of the confetti is just wow. I cannot wait until this is done because it's going to look beautiful, but so much confetti. All right. Okay, and then project 4 is this one. It is the Dimensions Indian Peacock Kit. And I have not worked on this since I spun it last week. So when I filmed last week, there has been no change, but I will show you anyway. Okay, so here it is. No change from when I filmed last week because it just didn't get spun again. So I worked on it for the week of 6/1 through 6/7. I worked on it June 2nd, 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 21 seconds. And it took my total time to 45 hours, 5 minutes, and 21 seconds. And then, like I said, so far I haven't spun it yet. When I work on it again, it just hasn't gotten spun. I don't know what I was trying to say, but it just hasn't gotten spun again. Okay, so that is it for my 4 main projects. And I have still gotten to get a little bit of the temperature projects done. I am doing my temperature projects sort of as a daily 30, but I'm letting the weather dictate which projects I'm doing. I have a lot of crafty projects. I love crafting, period. So I just don't have the time to do them, especially if I'm spending so much time on my cross stitches. So I'm doing it like a daily 30, and I'm letting the weather dictate my projects. I have 10 projects and I've labeled them 0 through 9. And the second digit of the temperature is what determines what project I will be working on. So all of my temperatures are in Fahrenheit. So so I filmed on the 3rd. So on June 4th, it was 80 degrees here, and that is the Doctor Who diamond painting. I do that every time. The Doctor Who diamond painting. This is what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. Sorry about the lighting. So I've just been in this square. This is the square that I was in the last time you saw. It's just a little bit more filled out. I got a lot of big chunks of color. So like the same color. There's just a lot. It's kind of like when you're cross stitching and you hit a big block of color. It was the same thing, but with the little drills. Okay. And then June 5th, it was the Irish crochet, which it was 83 degrees, and that the 3 coincides with the Irish crochet. This is what I'm talking about when I say Irish crochet. The book is called Celtic Afghans. Now, the one that I'm working on is called the Celtic Cross. And the way that it's pictured, you can do it like there is no up because it's showing like both ways. Now, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna have to DNF this project. The instructions on this are so very confusing. I spent half of my time trying to figure out what I was supposed to do next. And then when I couldn't figure out what the directions were telling me, I went, well, let me start at the beginning and recreate this so that I know what I'm doing. And I could not even finish the first round. So I need to do more research and see if I can find somebody else who's finished this that can make my handwritten notes make sense, that I can finish this. And the sad part is I taught a class on how to make this, which is why I have it how I have it. So I don't know. I don't know how I figured it out the first time. Maybe because I was younger, my brain worked better. But I don't know. So I have nothing to show. Like I said, I'm DNFing it. When I started trying to recreate it, this was as far as I got, and I was like, nope, that ain't it. So I don't know how I figured it out the first time. And I don't, the 30 minutes that I have to devote to this, it's not enough time to get into the headspace and do it. So I'm gonna have to pick something else. I will probably stick with crochet, and I'll just pick through one of the many things that I've already started and try to finish it. So this is going in the back burner until I can do more research and figure that bad boy out, because it's kind of a nightmare. So then the next time that I was able to do temperature projects was on the 8th, and I was able to work on the purple landscape. And let me see. Where's the picture? Okay, I don't have the picture right now. I don't know where that thing went. But this is one of the pre-printed projects that I have. It's a huge one, which is why it's all rolled up. But I was just working in this row and this row, and whatever color went to the right. And so I'm over here. So I got about 2.5 strands on this, and it was purple and blue colors in here. So not much change. On these, it's really hard to see the change because they're so big. Here it is from the back side so that you can see it without all of the crazy colors on. So really it was just these colors in here. So I think I pretty much completed 100 block square. All right, and then the last project that I worked on was yesterday, the 9th, and it was 84 degrees here. And that is the French beaded flowers. So this is the book that I am working out of. I'm working on the first project, the thistle. It's under the learning projects, the learning flowers. It's this one right here. And so what I have been working on is I have it down to 2 bags. These are the ones that have been completed. These are the ones that I still have just a few more things to do. And so I think I got 3 flowers finished. One of them I finished out the bottom stem and then continued wrapping it. And then the other 2, okay. So last time I told you that I was running out of the green color. So there's a second green color that's kind of the same, but like, so this one has a silver inner core of the beads to make the green look darker. These are just green without that silver inner core. And so it is a little bit lighter, but there's enough flowers that I'm like, they can be on the inside so you don't see that it's different, or they can be on the outs. Like, I'll make sure that whichever one has the most flowers completed will be on the outside. So, but my flowers, I did differently for some of them anyway. Because I just wanted it to look like there were some variations in nature. So, like, some of them are more white on the inside and a more solid color pink. Some of them are like a see-through pink. Some of them are there's one that's like a darker pink on the inside. So I use different pinks, different whites, different things to make it look like there were just some variations in nature. So I feel that it's okay that the green, that I had to switch the green. So I now have, how many are complete? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. 7 fully complete. 1, I just need to do the second layer of the leaves, but that one's almost complete. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 left. I need to add both of the leaves on, and then I can plant my flower. Yay! All right. So that is where I am on my temperature projects. So that's it. That's my update. So I will show you my thrift store finds, which I'm pretty excited about. Like, so I'll start with the two that I'm most excited about. I found two Teresa Wenslers at the thrift store. Well, one and a half. So I found the floral bell pull, which, yay! I have another Teresa Wensler to add to my collection. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Okay, and then I got Just Cross Stitch magazine, October 1993, which has two parts of the fruit bell pull. So I still need to track down 4 more magazines to get the complete piece, but not bad. Not bad. I'm really happy for finding a Teresa Wensler. So then the next thing that I'm really excited about finding were some Paula Vaughns. I actually hadn't seen Paula Vaughns in the thrift stores before. The Paula Vaughns that I purchased last year, I got them in a it was a lot off of Mercari, and I think I actually bought the whole set because there was a Teresa Wensler tucked in with it. So I actually have a pretty big collection of Paula Vaughns now, and it turns out 3 of the patterns that I found I have in 2 of the, because I've got like the Pure Romance of Paula Vaughn and another like big thick book that has multiple patterns. So the 3 that I already have are the Seamstress, Let's Pretend, and Thoughts of Spring. So I already had these. They're in one of the books that have a bunch of them. One that I didn't have is Through a Mother's Eyes, which is a very nice wedding one. Okay, so it was really exciting to find some Paula Vaughns. Like I just haven't seen them in the thrift store before. Or if I had, I wasn't currently collecting Paula Vaughns that I recognized it. But this time I recognized it. I snatched them up and then I ended up having 3 of the 4. So the next one that I got is called Nature's Bouquet, and it's a Stony Creek collection. And it just had some really pretty pieces. And then I got a little cross stitcher sample. And then I got wildflower designs. Like, it starts out with, here are the pictures on the inside. And then I got Spring Nestlings by Larilyn Shores Wright. And it's just birds and flowers. And then I got a Christmas cross stitch one, magazine type thing, which the table setting ones are really cute. I got floral charted designs. I got a Just Cross Stitch magazine. Why did I pick this one up? Oh, there's a really cute sampler in here, which was why I picked it up. Here it is. It's got this really cute sampler. So I was like, ooh, maybe that could be my next sampler piece when I'm ready for another sampler. The Dutch Beauty sampler, though, is going to take me forever. Then I found a book on white work. Which I've never done white work before, but I was like, okay, well, let's try this. And then I got Scandinavian cross stitches. Just little cute little motifs and stuff. And then this one is crochet, but I got spring floral doilies. And it has some really cute ones on the back, like this one's really cute and this one's really cute. So yeah, that's my thrift store finds. My youngest and I went to the thrift store. I handed her 20 bucks and I said, we're going to 2 stores. You need to budget your money, decide if you're going to buy things here or if you're going to wait till the next place or if you're going to do a mix of things or if you're going to save what's left over so that we can go thrift storing again. And that's what we did. She and I went through the toy section first and she looked for things that she wanted, and then after she found what she wanted, the first place that we went to was a bust. Their craft section was non-existent, or it was more like kids craft items. There was no needlework, there were no patterns. We checked through the book section, but they just had books, not even magazines. So she bought 2 things and then we left and went to the second store. The second store is where I found all of that stuff. And their crafting area section things was much, much more robust. And she patiently sat there while I looked through and found the things that I was looking for or not looking for. And, she was very patient and she made off pretty good. She got 4 new to her little toys and she was happy. So that's why I didn't get to work on anything yesterday, because I was too busy thrifting. So today, I have my red light therapy as usual. But I filmed this kind of early. I'm going to start trying to get this edited quicker. And that's it. My oldest's birthday is actually next week, but because we are traveling next week, we're throwing the party this weekend and it's on Friday. So it's lots of last minute. Is this clean? Does this look presentable? Lots of last minute things. And we're just doing something really simple. We're, having a few friends spend the night. We're doing dinner We're taking them to the movies and sleep over. And then Saturday, the parents will come collect their kids. We take the cats to a boarding facility. The dog is going to be coming with us, but we can't, the cats don't travel well. So the cats have to go to a boarding facility for the week. And I got an automatic fish feeder for the tank. So we're ready. Sunday, we're going to pull out of here, and the idea is we're going to drive for 12 hours. And I suggested to my husband that we switch off who's driving like every 3 hours. And when we switch off, we stop. Everybody gets out of the vehicle. We stretch our legs. We, take the dog for a little walk, and then we switch, and then the next person drives for 3 hours. So that's tentatively what the plan is. So I will get to work on my project in 3-hour chunks, but 6, 9, 12. So I should probably get to work on it about 6 hours that day. That's a lot of cross stitching. Yeah, so we plan on driving 12 hours Sunday and Monday, and then Monday night we should be pulling into the area back home where my family all lives. And then we were going to do Tuesday, just hang out with the family and whatnot, and then Wednesday come back. And my mom should be coming back with us. So instead of driving 12 hours, we're going to cut it back. And it's going to be more like 8 to 10 hours ish. I don't know. We have specific, like, we've already got our hotels booked, so we have to make our destinations. The drive back's going to be slower because we're going to have the boat. So, yeah. So that is it. I will not see you again for 2 weeks. So I will see everyone then. Bye for now.